The I80 planting tour is brought to you by Pivot BioProven, the nitrogen-producing microbes that stay put, weather or not.
Planting is racing toward completion. This week, USDA says 80% of the nation's corn crop is in the ground. 61% of soybeans are now planted. Both are well ahead of the 5-year average. And as we wrap up the I-80 planting tour, farmers may have a crop in the ground, but the season is still full of unknowns. It's dry in the west, plowing under the crop dry in some places, and getting worse. As the 2021 planting season enters its final phase, a growing drought may be just getting started.
But then there's a separate area covering North Dakota, eastern Montana, and northern South Dakota that is in really dire shape. They've been dry all the way back to mid to late summer of 2020. And they went through a record dry winter. There are parts of North Dakota that had less snow than Texas during the winter months.
Producers in North Dakota expected to plant some 7 million acres of soybeans. They're dealing with subsoil moisture levels at 81% short to very short. No one knows the situation better than farmers like Joe Erickson.
You know, it's dry. We thought going in it was because we had little to no snow cover this year, but we were wet going into last year. Last year we were 60% PP, so we had some subsoil moisture, but that's starting to disappear too now.
In Nebraska, Jim Miller says a timely rain last week improved topsoil moisture for his newly planted crop. But further down in the soil structure, the picture is a little more bleak.
You could dig down 5 feet, 4 or 5 feet, putting in fence posts and stuff, and it was just dry.
It's got the moisture in it from the rain this weekend.
Further east along the I-80 corridor, conditions show more promise.
We've gotten some nice rains here in the last couple weeks. We actually finished up planting earlier than we've ever finished by one whole day. Last year we finished on May 2nd. This year we completely finished planting by May 1st.
With 80% of U.S. corn and more than 60% of soybeans already in the ground, that rapid pace will still give way to an uncertain summer.
The farmers will tell you that the crops are made in the summertime. The July weather, late June weather is what's important, but when you're sitting on a lack of subsoil and topsoil moisture, it's even more critical.
The other challenge Mother Nature has issued can be seen on a thermometer and in young plants.
So here is an example of one that did not survive the frost.
Temperatures in the eastern corn belt struggled to keep pace with the calendar throughout April and early May.
These were planted on March 26th. Our concern in this field was that they were just emerging as we got the freeze and frost on April 20th and 21st.
But whether the mercury is too high or the rain gauge too low, those producers who have already put away the planter now play the waiting game. And as always, the stakes are high.
If we stay dry, which they are kind of predicting for northern Nebraska, on north up and through the Dakotas to stay dry this summer, it's going to be very concerning for us.